And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. That was good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes...
And he will score! Touchdown, Desperado! 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
And now, after the big play, got to cut that celebration short, because they're going to stay out and go for 2.
Alert! Regular. Hey, tight.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Desperados 27.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Round 80!
The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here's a 3rd down and 4. The RPO. That one is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
And the San Antonio first down.
Now give on the ground. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jalen Carlisle is there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again.
The running back will get the ball.
3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got another one. Touchdown San Antonio. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
26-yard line.
Here's Irvin. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Caught by Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Indianapolis.
46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. He'll air it out down the middle. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Again, working deep downfield.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. Allen now on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down.
Middle. Alert. Half. Five wide.
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. Glorious opportunity for the offense as they take over 1st and goal.
19, Tiger.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
On the tackle. A loss of 3.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. 3rd and goal.
A gain of 10 yards. It's now 3rd down and goal.
Taylor. And he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 4th and goal.
Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw. And this is hot. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
A gain of 14. And
Up the middle they go.
First down.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's a run to begin the 4th quarter. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. And that will be a first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
First down. A gain of 7.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
That's another San Antonio.
To the left side and is caught by Horton. And he's into the end zone yet again. Torrey Horton. Touchdown Desperados. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Desperados will open up a 6-point lead. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Good gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 22-yard line.
19 Lion. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Cowboy 80.
They go right back to Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. He'll get this out wide. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down. This is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
15-yard line.
Dragon 60. Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll look to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Quick throw, taken in, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll run with Irving. And he will score again. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Indy. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. A game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. But they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Austin now to return this. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll drop to throw. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Number 16. A gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And 3rd down just became a lot tougher. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got shot. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort unless they can somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. To stop it with a little over 30 left in the game.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, It just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Design run here for Allen. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down, call the timeout, and set up the game-winning field goal try.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
What a nice drive this continues to turn out to be. I mean, to continue to maintain possession and sustain this drive, you can feel the defense is starting to wear down. So they had an opportunity there to get off the field and come away with a third down stop.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time, but what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Middle. What's that?
From the gun, here is Allen. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 and extend the lead to 7 points.
42.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This fielded at about the 9. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.